Hello everyone, I'm Chris Hernandez and this is the Weekly Report, a look at news from the city of Kansas City, Missouri. A very special Kansas City girl wants to make the world a better place, and she's inspiring a lot of people to help her do that. Amelia Meyer, an 8-year-old who is battling brain cancer, often goes for walks after her treatments with her grandmother, and she picks up trash along the way. So when Missouri Make-A-Wish Foundation asked her what she wanted for her wish, she said she wanted to make the world a better place by picking up trash in local parks. Last week, the mayor honored Amelia with a proclamation during an event at Swope Park where many city workers and hundreds of volunteers helped Amelia pick up trash.
This is a city that cares about each other and cares about things, and that is willing to work together in order to achieve. And I think that your presence here today is a very visual and very tangible example of exactly that. So thank you all for doing what Kansas Cityans do.
The proposed city budget is now available online at kcmo.gov. Residents are invited to review the proposed budget and to provide feedback. The city has hosted 3 budget hearings and a live budget chat on Twitter to hear residents' input on the budget. If you would like to learn more about the budget or even try your hand at balancing the city budget, visit kcmo.gov/budget. There you will find budget information and a Budget Balancing Act tool that allows you to construct your own balanced city budget. Residents can also weigh in on the fiscal year 16 through 17 budget at kcmomentum.org. The City Council is scheduled to vote on the proposed budget later this month. Now let's check in with some of our city's departments.
Trash carts will soon be appearing here curbside in the Marlboro neighborhood. These carts are the newest improvements to be made here. City departments have been working together over the last several years to improve sewers, stormwater management, walkability, and the overall appearance of the neighborhood. Here's what you need to know about trash carts. Your trash and recycling collection days will remain the same. To use your cart, simply bag your trash and place it in the cart. Cart lids must be able to be closed. The cart will hold 3 to 4 bags of trash. If you have additional bags, place them next to the cart at the curb with the trash. Tags are available at Price Chopper and Westlake hardware stores. Bulky appointments will need to be made for construction materials and other large items. Do not use your cart for disposal of bulky items. If you have a bulky appointment scheduled for the same day as your normal trash day, please place the cart at least 4 feet from the bulky items. On your scheduled trash day, place the cart near the curb, away from any obstructions like trees. These automated trucks need clearance to pick up the carts. Carts should not be placed at the curb before 3 p.m. the day before your scheduled collection day and should be placed back into the house or garage by 7 p.m. after collection. If the cart is too large for you to easily push to the curb, smaller carts are available. Please contact the 311 call center who will work with you to develop a solution that works best for you. For additional information on the trash carts or information on the Marlboro neighborhood improvements, please visit our webpage at kcmo.gov/Marlboro. To watch additional videos about city services, check the FYIKC webpage at kcmo.gov/FYIKC.
We'd like to restore the fabric of the neighborhoods. They were mostly built in the 1910s and 1920s, and they're really cool. And once they're demolished, we won't ever get something like that back again.
I look at the restroom, I look at the foundation and things like that, and I see a home like that once was. And so I just like having fun, like creating things and trying to find cheap things and putting it in the house that makes it look, and to make it look great again.
What we came up with was this dollar program that we'd rather get these properties back into production and get them rehabbed as opposed to having them demolished.
It just makes the community a lot better, and it actually brings the value up in the community.
Once the house is rehabbed and the time periods go like this, you have 120 days to cure the code violations on the outside of the house, and then you'll have a year in total to rehab it. And at the end of that rehab, if you put an owner-occupant in that house and they agree to stay for 3 years, we'll have a rebate of $8,500. We think it would take $30,000 or $40,000 to put most of these houses back into a habitable state. If you'd like a land bank house, you could go on our website at kcmolandbank.org. You'll find information there, and you'll find online applications, and we'd love to put you in one of these houses too.
Water is important for people because a lot of people can't live without water.
Our body needs water to get healthy because it has special vitamins in it, because we need to drink it, and if we don't drink it, then we won't stay healthy.
It will help you get hydrated for whatever you have to do.
We use it for toilets and baths, washing our hands, brush your teeth.
Plants, we can use it for gardening. I mean, you can't have gardens without water.
Just for having fun. Also,
Swimming.
we play with water guns and other things like that.
Give water to the cats.
I know my cat needs it, and my dog as well.
Put it in a cup, then drink it. I bet that's it.
Hi, I'm Consuelo Cruz with Culture and Creative Services, and I'm at the Belger Arts Center at 2100 Walnut in the Crossroads Arts District to tell you about another arts and cultural event that is coming to Kansas City from March 16th through the 19th that is supported by the Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund. And to tell us about this conference, which is the National Council on Education for the Ceramics Arts, is Paul Donnelly, who is the on-site liaison for the conference, and Mo Dickens, who is the gallery assistant for Belger Arts Center. Thank you for having us at the Belger Arts Center. Now, Paul, in addition to you being the on-site liaison, you are a ceramic artist, and you are also on the faculty of the Kansas City Art Institute. Yep. So what better person to tell us about the conference, the NCCA conference, and to tell us why this is an especially important year?
Well, it's come to Kansas City to celebrate its 50th anniversary, and you know, it's probably going to be one of the larger NCCA conferences coming, you know, that they're going to have, and there's probably almost 5,000 people already registered for the event. NCCA is a national conference that rotates around the country from year to year, and it supports a variety of different programming, from lectures to panel discussions to demonstrating artists to gallery exhibits, and you know, it's just a huge event that takes about 3 or 4 days, and there's pre-conference events and post-conference events, so it's just a really fantastic opportunity for people to engage with the ceramic arts.
And it's not just for conference attendees. Kansas
Right.
Cityans can come to public programs, and there is also, and to learn about the long history that Kansas City has had with the ceramic arts and with the clay medium. Can you give us a little background on that history, Mo?
This is the 50th year of NCCA, and back in 1969, which was the third, it was actually held here in Kansas City, and it's been here 2 other times in the 80s and again in 2002. And in 2002, we got such great feedback, and people said it was the best ever. And NCCA moves around. It's been to Houston and Milwaukee and Seattle, but everybody's been looking forward to coming back to Kansas City. And one thing I find exciting is, since it was here in '02, we've got the Kaufman Performing Arts Center, we've got the Mayor's Office of Cultural Affairs, we've got the Belger Crane Yard Studios, which is an entirely new complex that's blown up since '02. So Kansas City was already well steeped in the history of the clay movement, contemporary clay in America, and it's just gotten bigger and better since then.
Can you tell us about the exhibits that you have currently up at Belger Arts Center and why you decided to get a little bit of a jump start?
The show we're standing in represents 14 collectors who loaned us all this work that were purchased in the semester sales. So we have local, collected work, and then right across the hall we have the Desire Show, which features 37 artists from 22 countries. and they all responded to one word: desire. And I got to admit, when I heard we were doing a show called Desire, I was kind of thinking it might end up being a sexy show. And some of the first work that arrived was from a Turkish artist, and it was porcelain shoes representing Syrian refugees who had drowned trying to flee the war. And what she desired was to live in a war-free Middle East. And I realized very early on that we weren't getting the show I thought we were getting, but when you deal with artists, you never do know what you're going to get. And it turned out to be an incredibly thought-provoking show, and I hope everybody will come down and see all these wonderful exhibits we have here at the Belger Arts Center.
And there are a number of exhibits throughout the city. As I mentioned, it was over 100.
Regional.
And it's also, so from the northeast part of town, we have the Kansas City Museum, who's participating with an exhibit. On the American Jazz Museum is also participating on the east side. We have exhibitions as far south in the city as Brookside and UMKC. And then we have the West Bottoms, who has a great representation of also another set of venues. But we also have Johnson County. You mentioned Lawrence, Topeka, Warrensburg, Sedalia, Missouri. So this isn't just about the city. This is a Midwest regional showing of what is the ceramic art form. And so I mentioned all of these different places for people to see, and these are all of the exhibitions are open to the public. So how can conference goers and Kansas Cityans attend and get to all of these places?
There's 100 exhibitions between Sedalia and Lawrence, so we're not going to be able to touch them all, but NCECA.net has a great listings and information on the bus routes and everything else you need to know about the conference.
So again, NCECA.net, NCECA.net is your source. Thank you so much for having me here.
Consuelo, I like to say clay people's good people. And I hope the Kansas Cityans will turn out and meet all these good people, these 5,000 good artists
that are coming from all over the world.
Are coming to Kansas City, and they're going to be blown away with what they find here.
The Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund supports local nonprofits that bring cultural, social, educational, and recreational activities to our area. To learn about additional upcoming events, visit kcmo.gov/ntdf.
Hey folks, Kansas City is about to throw the biggest street party ever. On May 6th and 7th, we're going to open up our streetcar route downtown, and we're going to have a party at every stop. Come on downtown and join us. Stop in every business, eat at every restaurant, have a great time. But be here on May 6th and 7th. Put it on your calendars and wait for further details. We're going to see you there and have a blast.
Kansas City is on the move. Unprecedented growth and development, world-class innovation, vibrancy, energy, excitement for our future. And now there's a new way to experience it, the KC Streetcar. Connecting workers, residents, and visitors to work, home, entertainment, and the arts. From early weekday mornings to late weekend nights. From the River Market to Union Station and all the stops along the way. Thriving with new opportunities, new jobs, new residents, more fun, more life. All right here in Kansas City, together. Learn more at kcstreetcar.org.
Is your business looking to hire a summer intern, or would you like to sponsor an internship at a local nonprofit? Then sign up now for the Mayor's Hire KC Youth Job Fair. Hire KC Youth is one of the city's largest job fairs. It will be held April 16th at the Kauffman Center. Companies and youth age 14 to 24 can register at kcmo.gov. Just search for Hire KC Youth. To view this program again or other Channel 2 videos, go to kcmo.gov and search Channel 2. That does it for this edition of the Weekly Report. I'm Chris Hernandez. Have a great week.